Hello, my swordlings. Yokoso and welcome to another Fighting Streamers and a Hangout with the Hanshi. Welcome back. This is, it's been about, 2 weeks since the last stream. So this is gonna be really good. I see that Metaru-san is using the new emoji that I put in. Yes, you can probably see who that is. Yokoso, my swordlings. Welcome. It seems like the camera's not working as well as it should be, but that's what we have to deal with. Anyway, we are back. How is the audio? I missed your last stream. Glad I could make it today. Oh, Kuro-san, welcome back. And let's see. Oh, we got a lot of regular swordlings that we all are used to. Now let's see. As you can see, I have a couple of things that I want to talk about today. Up there. So, will you be playing and I'm assuming you're saying, will you be playing any Western games soon? No. There's no reason for me to play trash. Unless they are indie games that were obviously inspired by a lot of, good game design. Which there are quite a few of those indie game developers that know good game design. But if we're talking about AAA developers or those bigger developers that people enjoy, then no, I'm not gonna touch any of those. There's no reason, unless I am doing a review, of course, or I'm analyzing the game. But other than that, no. Life is too short to waste it on Western games. Exactly. How do I feel about freedom of speech? Well, just like anyone else, it's good. Have you heard of Hearts of Iron? Good anime game. I have not heard of that, actually. If that's something new that I haven't kept up on. Heard of Hollow Knight? Yes, I have. It's that Symphony of the Night ripoff. Not a very good game. It takes the awful combat of Dark Souls and they take the great and immersive gameplay level design from Symphony of the Night and just makes it worse. That's just a failure. It's just a failure of a game. Unfortunately, because the developers didn't know what they were doing. Ever heard of Dead Cells? I've only seen the name. I don't know anything about it. Is that another FromSoft game? I don't know. Anyway, my swordlings, like I said, there is a new emote that you can use right now. It is the Nanami emote. For you members out there, you can become a member for only, what was it, around $1 or something like that. 90 yen is what it costs. Hollow Knight is such an unfortunately conceived symphony similar. Yes, it really is. Too many indie games try to rip off Dark Souls. I don't understand why they want to imitate garbage. It's true. It's very strange. But that's Westerners for you. Western developers, they some of them get it, and I respect those people. And that is very sugoi. But there are very few of them, unfortunately. You would think that even indie developers would have more interest in making good games and be passionate, but no, apparently not. Very sad to see. Oh, Dadan-san. Oh, arigato for... I don't know why it's not showing up on screen. But arigato for $4.99. That is very sugoi. Since we didn't have the sound come up, that didn't really make much sense, did it? Well, you might see it. It should be working. Let's see. I think I might have to... there we go. It should be working now. But we will have to wait and see. What games am I looking forward to? Well, of course, Final Fantasy 16, which is coming out next year for the PlayStation 5. I can't wait to play that. And I would have said Tales of Arise that came out last Friday. It is looking very sugoi, but I have not played it. I made it a point to wait until I have a powerful PlayStation 5 that I can play it on. That means I will get the full and intended experience. Do you play any shooter games by chance? Oh yes, I do. It's been a long time though. There's a lot of Salamander is a great one. That's a classic. Of course, Raiden is really sugoi. Ikaruga is really good as well. And there's just too many. There's too many good ones. Are very classic games. But like I said, I haven't played them in a long time. What the age is Final Fantasy 16? How would you not know what that is? Do you not know what Final Fantasy is? What do you think about Final Fantasy 14, since the next expansion is coming out? I have yet to play Final Fantasy 14. It's because when it came out, I was very busy in life, and since then I just haven't really gotten into it yet. Most of the people I would play it with have already started playing it, but I do intend to play it. You've not heard about it. What? Okay, you need to shut your filthy Western mouth. You get put in timeout. You don't have the right to come into my stream and say whatever you want. There are another couple of things. Do you have an R RTX 2090, Cephs. I don't know what that is. Is that some kind of car? I know it is stuck on Nintendo, but how do you feel about SMTV? Oh, you mean Shin Megami Tensei 5? Very unfortunate, especially since Shin Megami Tensei is a PlayStation franchise and should be on PlayStation. Nintendo, of course, well, they with their connections, they were able to force Atlus to release it on a Nintendo system, so, but we already know that. They can't really do much about it. Hopefully it will be released for a better system later. Gomenasai, Sef-sama. We should have been quicker on the ball. Well, yes. Now I was. I'm sure you were just about to get rid of them, but that is fine. If you noticed any more that I miss, just make sure to get rid of them. Girlfriend reveal? I don't have a girlfriend. I've no interest in having a partner right now. Not until I move to Japan. Chef-sama, I just replayed the original Final Fantasy VII on my PlayStation 4. So much nostalgia. I loved it. Oh, that's very sugar. Yes, I'm glad it's the best game ever made. So I'm sure you loved it. Now, let's see. Sasuga music choice once again, Sef-sama. Oh yes, most of the songs that I use in my playlist are Falcon music because they're actually very good with how fans treat their music. You can use them for videos and streams like this as much as you want. As long as you're not selling it, you're not making any profit off of selling their music. You can use it for whatever you want, which is great. A lot of Japanese companies do that, which is great. Hey, Chef-sama, where could I get a vest like yours? If that's possible. I don't think so. You might have to look around, because this one I've had for years. Chef-sama, what do you think of Cory X Kenshin? I don't know. Is that a YouTuber? I don't know who that is. Now, thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 2 versus 3? Now, it is, you could, we could talk about which one of them is better, but it's pointless because both of them are super sugoi and should be played anyway. So there's no reason to debate which one is better. Now, I want to go ahead and move on to the topics that we have right there. I have 3 that I want to talk about. First off is the new video. So let me bring up a list. Since the last stream, there has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 well-made videos So that is a lot, isn't it? That is quite a bit of videos that you can watch. If you swordlings haven't watched it yet, you should go ahead and give them a watch if you haven't. So the big one was, of course, the anime ranking. I think that one was put a lot of. They took quite a lot of research and planning to get that objective list up and running. Well, I was very satisfied with that video. And there is something else. Let's go back to the first video I released right after the stream. And that was a YouTube short. It was an upload of a scene from the Smash Brothers review I made in 2016. And it was pretty much just an experiment to see how YouTube shorts work. And it got some views. It did pretty well. Now, if I ever do YouTube shorts in the future, they would be original videos. But that was just a test to see how many people were gonna watch it. I can finally see your community posts on my feed, Sef-sama. Oh, that is really sugoi, Neto-san. I'm glad. Yes, the community posts. I've been starting to post more there, and I've been thinking of doing some exclusive posts for members as well. Just talking about behind the scenes stuff. Now, let's read up on chat a little bit. The video quality has spiked and I never thought it was possible. Well done, Seth. Well, arigato. I am very satisfied with my content so far. And there's gonna be more. Let's see here. Well, I think I gotta bring up real quick this whole imposter thing. I'm gonna mention it real quick. There's been 3 channels that have been trying to imitate me and re-upload my videos or been harassing and cyberbullying me. They've all been reported and I've talked to YouTube about it. But another thing I want to talk about. Once that actually happens, I have something to talk about with you swordlings in a video. Now, there is a message I would like to say to anyone who wants to be an imposter and steal my identity to try and get views and subscribers and trick the swordlings. You better think twice who you're messing with. That is all. Now, for the next topic. Well, the subreddit. Now, I'm just gonna read up on chat a little bit before I keep going, because this is a fun one. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, that would be very good for the streams and the channel. Make sure to subscribe too if you haven't, but I know most of you swordlings have. Let's see. Apologies for being late, Seth Sensei and my fellow swordlings. I was training like Baki and lost track of time. That is fine, but remember that you're a moderator of this chat, and there could be imposters and well, trolls only showing up in the stream and ruining it. So we need you people for the future. So think about that next time. Seth-sama, I was very courageous. It was very courageous of you to talk about your black history. It takes a strong and honorable man to open up to the public about such things. Yes, I thought it was time. I am mature enough to face my path. And it is something I've been doing a lot, and it's something once you do it. Now, I did it years ago, but I haven't been public about it. Because to most people, they wouldn't like to look back at themselves, and they're very embarrassed. And but to me, it's important. It truly shows how much you've grown if you can look back at yourself and see, well, that was a different person back then. And of course, I was a teenager. If I was an adult, that would have been another thing. But I was a teenager, and teenagers do mistakes a lot. Where did you learn your martial arts, Seth? That is a good question. Now, after I discovered Japanese culture, I started training a lot of martial arts. Now, I had done a little bit of jujutsu when I was younger with Joachim, but I didn't understand the principles behind it or how useful it is or anything like that. And the dojo I was at, I didn't really understand how Bangkai was. In hindsight, they were really just a bunch of Westerners who didn't know what they were doing. Hi, Chef Sensei, I'll do 1000 Seiken punches to make up for it. Sounds good. Sounds good. Chef could do a video on all the karate forms he has learned. Yes, I could show a kata and all that, but there isn't really any point of showing existing martial arts. Like a lot of you swordlings know, I am developing my own martial arts style called Jingen Krosso Ryubudo Taijutsu. And it's gonna be the ultimate martial art combining all the techniques and martial arts in the universe. And I picked out the best ones. All the best techniques from all the best martial arts. As long with being inspired by manga and anime as well. And JRPGs, of course. Now, let's get to the next topic. So, the next thing I like to talk about is the Sephiroth Sword 57 subreddit. Now, it was created in 2016, so it hasn't had not a lot of activity on it. But for those of you who use Reddit and are swordlings, go and check it out. The link is right there in chat. It's there. I wanted to bring attention to it because I'm sure a lot of swordlings would enjoy it. Now, I don't run the Sephiroth Sword 57 subreddit, so I want that to be a swordling owned server or subreddit. That is why. When you will perfect it, will you make videos teaching it to swordlings? Yes, that is part of being a swordling. Oh, Disney-san. Yes, yes. They are the creator of the subreddit. Now, it's a very... I'm sure there's a lot of Sephiroth Sword. In the past, there has been some Sephiroth Sword 57 fan fiction, some fan art, and such. A lot of things can be posted onto there. I don't use Reddit a lot. I created an account just so that I could post on the Sephiroth Sword 57 subreddit. Did the imposters get banned? I don't know. I reported them and I sent an email to YouTube and they are looking into it. But I'm not gonna pay any attention to them anymore. Do you like kawaii baby metal? Yes, I do. Very good, they're very good. Sef-sama, perhaps it would be a good idea to include the subreddit link in the video descriptions. Yes, I'm thinking that. That is something that I have been thinking about. I will add it to this stream. That will be the first video to have it. So yes, that's what I have to say about the subreddit. Go and check it out, and post your Sephiroth Sword 57 related content. Do you like anything Western at all? Like a band or a franchise? Yes, I do like some indie games. For example, there was an indie game a few years ago called The Messenger, and it was pretty sugoi. It was pretty fun. And when it comes to bands, not so much. There's Crush 40, very sugoi. There are some bands from the early 2000s and late 90s that I used to listen to a lot. Not so much anymore. I mostly just listen to Japanese music, J-pop, J-rock, and such. And let's see. Reddit is very Western. Lot of uncultured gaijin, just like Twitter and other Western social medias. It is true, but we can make it better by having more Japanese-focused subreddits. Sef-sama. Oh, everything science fiction-san. Welcome. Would you ever create an approval badge where let's say, if a fan were to make their own game, they could earn the Sef-sama seal of approval? Yes, it's something I've been thinking about making, and it's something that I would like to talk about in future videos. I have a series of videos that I want to, but I'm gonna talk about that a little later. That's the next thing on the list to talk about. Oh. Do you like any other metal bands, Sef-sama? Maximum the Hormone is really sugoi. How good are you at Minecraft? That is a really baka question. What kind of moron says something like that? You know what you're doing. You've already seen my video. on that garbage game. What is your favorite food to have with a nice cup of sake? Well, food. I think when I drink sake, I'd rather have a little bit of a snack. Edamame is really, really good for that. I think I'll go with, yes, edamame is absolutely what I'd like to have with my sake. Baka Western trolls in chat with no respect for Japan. Yes. Yeah, what is WW2 and thoughts on it? I don't really know what that is. Okay, I don't know. Well, there you go. They probably said something. I didn't see the message. Love you, man. Oh, Big Snoot-san, arigato. Arigato. Where would you want to live in Japan? Well, first off, I want to go and visit Japan again. It's been, well, quite a while. It's been 5 years already, and I want to go back there. And when I do, I'm gonna be traveling the whole country and looking for places where I can move in the future. But Seth, wasn't Minecraft made by a Swedish person? Do you hate your own kind? What kind of idiotic question is that? What kind of leap is that? Typical Western behavior. I don't care where it's from. It's a Western game. A garbage Western game. Doesn't matter where it's from. It's just a troll trying to get you to talk about Japanese war crimes. If I got the general... Oh, okay, so conspiracy theories. No. Yes, I'm not gonna talk about... I don't mention stuff like that. So Westerners have been brainwashed too much. So no, I'm not even gonna mention it. Japan is made up of many islands. Which one would you prefer? One with a cooler summer climate or one with a cooler winter climate? I don't know. But there's so many, there are thousands of islands in Japan. And I have not, that's gonna take a long time to visit all of them. But I intend on visiting the bigger ones. These trolls are probably working for YouTube to get you to say something to cancel you, which is something Westerners who ironically claim they love freedom of speech do. Cancel. Trying to remove me? Is that what it is? Well, they won't do that. How much anime do you watch nowadays? A lot or not as much as before? I don't watch as much as I used to. I like to watch the first episode of every anime coming out every season. Whether or not I'm able to finish them is another question though. Everyone raves most about Tokyo, but the rest of Japan's cities each have their own qualities. Yes, all of them are very unique have their own unique feel, which is something you never see in Western cities. That's something we need to adapt as well in the West. Music stopped because YouTube has stupid mechanics in it to stop videos, even though I never asked that to happen. There we go. Any good American anime. There's no such thing as American anime. What are you talking about? Anime is animation from Japan. No, I never went to a Wagyu farm. I never been outside of Tokyo. I have only been in central Tokyo. I haven't even explored all of it, which is something I want to do. Some people in here need to be educated. Good thing they're asking. Then they might learn something. Well, yes. Guys, this channel is a channel for fun purposes. Please stop trying to make an educational. Yes, there's no reason to talk about politics. I am not politically involved in any way. So, it's just a waste of time to ask about politics. Ask about something more interesting instead. Castlevania? Oh, my favorite Castlevania is Symphony of the Night, Gekka no Yasukyoku. It is very sugoi. My friend told me Star Wars was getting an anime. Apparently Studio Trigger is part of it. Thoughts? Well, Star Wars is a baka Western property that's always been bad. Ever since it started. It's just stolen Japanese culture. Trying to turn it into a Western space kind of science fiction thing. And it doesn't work. Now, as for the anime, I don't know. But Japan is handling it, so it could be worth looking into. What are your thoughts on the Castlevania anime? It's not an anime. Not even close. But no, I have not watched it, and I'm not gonna watch it. It's another one of those trick shows. They're trying to trick you into thinking it's an anime when it's not. What is it that makes you like Japan the most? Its culture and history. There's just so much to Japanese culture that we could, first of all, we can learn a lot from and become better, because the West is very dokusei, toxic, and full with negativity and such. It could be so much better if we learn more from the Japanese. There's also, well, they have a lot of interesting. There's a lot of old Japanese folklore that is really, really cool and interesting. There's a lot. There's a lot there. So that is what I like the most about Japan. Chef-sama, would you ever consider making a video on the game Catherine? I have played that game and it's very sugoi, but it's been a while. I think I need to replay it. Star Wars is a Western adaptation of Akira Kurosawa's films, deluding it into poor quality and propaganda. Yes, absolutely. That's all Westerners can do. Are just steal from more talented Japanese people. Everything that you see that is super successful, you can trace it back to Japan. Chef-sama, how do you feel about the large Japanese immigrant population in Ohio? I don't know anything about that. I don't really keep up with anything with any Western places. Are you excited for Bleach anime continuing in the future? Yes! It's gonna be great. Now, maybe the Bleach manga will continue when the anime gets popular again. That would be great. Oh, Dokura-chan. Yes, Bokusachi Tenshi Dokura-chan. That is a really funny anime. It's very short, but it is great. And it will go into double S tier, because it's amazing and really funny. And you should watch it. Dokuro-chan. Yes, one shot, but not the Bleach. I wanted to continue the story properly. And I've not read the one shot. But I wanted to continue properly so I can read it. Chef-sama, do you keep up with the Dragon Ball Super manga? The latest chapters have been super sugoi. They have, and you swordlings should read them. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I know there's a lot of swordlings that stopped, that haven't read it and don't know anything that happens after the anime stopped. What is the best weapon in history and my opinion? Well, I can't say in my opinion what's the best weapon, because that's just a contradiction. I can tell you my favorite, but objectively the best one. Now, of course the katana comes to mind immediately, which is why I've been practicing a lot with my bokken and with my katana. I mostly just use my bokken nowadays, though. I don't really need to use any of my katana, uyaito, or anything like that. But Kusarigama is a very useful tool. That's a mid-range weapon that is very good as well. Hi Sephiroth. You can call me Sephiroth Sword 57 or Sef-sama. Me and my fiancé have been watching your vids since 2017. We love your videos. Oh, arigato for watching. Tifa or Aerith? Now that is a good question. Aerith is of course, well, with what happens to her, let's not bring up, that's a spoiler, but what happens to her at the end of disc 1 is very sad, and well, it does a lot to the character in general. Are there any double S tier anime, Sef-sama? Preferably ones available in Brazil. I don't know anything about Brazil, so I can't answer that question. But I made a video. My tier list has a bunch of double S tier animes that you can go and watch. Have you ever been at 100% power? Probably not, no. I don't think I've used that much strength. At least I didn't have to. So, Sef-sama, what is your opinion on Lupin III? That's a classic. That is a classic franchise that has been going on for a long time. And, well, it's great. It's classic Japanese stuff. Sef-sama, are you as excited as me about the upcoming season of Baki at the end of this month? Yes, I am going to watch it, of course. I read a lot of Baki in the early 2000s, and I have a lot of respect and I have to thank that manga a lot for getting me into martial arts. How tall am I? I am 180 centimeters tall. What Sonic final boss would you like to personally fight and defeat, Sef-sensei? Oh wow, that is a very good question. Now, you could talk about the early ones from all the Eggman bosses. Of course, there are a lot of good ones, but I think Shadow the Hedgehog would be great to actually fight. And I think I would also have, since I've been training a lot in martial arts, I think I would be able to maybe win that fight. Definitely. Now, Shadow the Hedgehog is also very strong, so and uses a lot of moves that humans can't do. But since I've trained a lot over the years in martial arts, I think I could. I think I could at least. But it depends. It really depends on when. I guess. Now, I should move on to the third topic that we have. It's already been an hour. Now, How many of you swordlings have seen the new video? It came out a few days ago. It was about me talking about how I got banned here in my country from practicing karate at dojos. That video is part of a new series of videos that I'm making. And, well, I have been... I'm shaking in anger at how unfairly that you were treated. No, it's fine. It's fine. Now, they are all also very baka, because they are just a bunch of Westerners. So of course they can't be trusted. I am angry at them for different reasons than how I got removed. I don't really care about that anymore, because they wouldn't be able to teach me anything. And they're so farly removed from anything Japanese that I don't really care. What I am angry about is that they are teaching false Japanese karate and other martial arts here in the West. Oh, arigato, Pato-san. Yes, there's the link to the video. Seth, have you watched... Yes, I have. I've already gone... If you go to my anime tier list, I've made a couple of comments there and replies to a lot of swordlings. And they asked me questions about anime and where I would put it on the list. You should go and read that, because I go into more details there. Xenophobia much. Idiot much. What are you talking about? Could you elaborate on what constitutes as a Western country and an Eastern country? Well, it should be obvious. Most countries west of Japan are considered Western countries. Or, I guess, some part of... the eastern part of Asia is considered the Eastern world. The Western world is the rest. They're the toxic... that's where the toxic mindset manifests. And people... that's why people are so angry and aggressive these days. Is because they've been brought up that way. They've been brainwashed into being angry people. Angry, negative people. And disrespectful to boot. Yes, about Nintendo. People are finally starting to turn their backs on Nintendo, which is good. They need to be removed. Thoughts on furries? I don't know what that is. I think I've seen that name before, but I don't know what that means. Video game console these days are minimum in content. Only the PC continues to work. False. PC is meant for not playing games, but for working. Consoles like the powerful PlayStation 5 is meant for playing games on. The PCs are just, well, it's a last resort if you can't afford a console. And there's also a bunch of problems with PCs can't run games. You need to do updates, there need to be patches, there's glitches. It's a mess to work with because they were not meant to have games being played on them to begin with. So that is unfortunate, and that's something I wanna talk about that in a future video because I think it's an interesting topic. Do you think game emulators are healthy for the game industry? I think I think emulators are very interesting, and I have used a couple in the past. That's something I also want to talk about later in relation to PCs. Actually, so I'm not gonna talk about it too much here. I still love Nintendo. Well, you have a lot to learn then. There is, but you'll get there. You'll get there. Furry is a Western slang for kimono. Oh, okay, I see. Yes, yes, kimono is very kawaii, and yes, it's a very interesting part of Japanese culture. A very different kind of entertainment. It's good. It's very fun, I think. Todo-san, yes. Yes, exactly. I will talk more about it in the how dare I not put on a swording cookie cutter persona? What does that mean? Will George Orwell make another appearance on your Sugoi show? No, I killed him, so he's gone. But I have a lot of other, well, people that's gonna be on the Sephiroth Sword 57 show. I don't see a problem. What's going on in chat? Have I read 1984? Yes, I have. I was forced to do it in school, and what a miserable book. Ending was absolutely awful. It pretty much spits on everything that when it comes to good writing. It pretty much says that friendship is useless in the end. What an absolutely foul human being, George Orwell. Well, there's also a lot of other stuff. Just a bunch of disgusting things that teaches people. It doesn't even teach them. It manipulates people into thinking a certain way. "1984 is a waste of time." Did they make you read did they make you read Brand New World as well? No, I've never read that. When JRPGs give you a chance to color your character's armor, what are your go-to colors? Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. I usually go for either purple or red. No, I never read that either. Remember to be respectful, swordlings. This chat is for healthy and respectful conversation. Remember the teaching of the great samurai if you start to feel your path shift. Yes. Just be respectful to everyone in chat. Don't say anything baka or manipulative. Don't spread false stuff in chat. Don't be political. It's very we just gotta talk about topics that matters. Do you consider Finnish people to be partially Asian? No, cause they're Scandinavian. Do you plan on making a review of Elden Ring when it comes out? I'm not gonna waste money on that trash, but if I have a PlayStation 5 and the budget, I would like to give my 2 yen on it. It really depends, because I have played Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro. I have covered all of them on my channel in some way. All garbage. My favorite clan? That's a very hard question. I'm not sure. That is something that I should think about more. But when it comes to Naruto, my favorite clan is the Uchiha clan, of course. Since Itachi is my favorite anime character and manga character. What do you think of Finnish people and Finnish culture? It's fine, I guess. I don't know much about it. It's the same as any other Scandinavian countries up here. We're not so much different. We're all pretty much the same. Oh, I see. YouTube. Goodbye then. That was a spy. That account was from one. It must have been from. Well, there's the confirmation. YouTube is doing something. Anything you enjoy from Western culture. Why are we talking about Western culture? Talk about something better. But I'm gonna do it right now. Because... well, I'm gonna be talking about the new videos that are coming out. So... as you all know, I put a lot of effort and time and research into all of my content. At least my reviews and such. All my videos are well made. I always aim for quality. And, well, I've thought recently that there's a lot of type of videos they're gonna be good in quality, but also faster to make. Such as the last video that I made about my past history of karate. That video was a quick. It was pretty much to hold you over until the next video comes out, which is a bigger one. And I'm looking forward to sharing that with you swordlings. Yes, the next one is one I've been working on since, well, since last year. And, well, I am finally gonna start doing it. Have I ever played Maple Story? A little bit, back in the day. Now, I'm pretty sure that's it's Korean, right? I know it's not Japanese, of course. It's either Korean or Chinese. And it's not very, well, it's not great. But it's okay. Just like everything else in Korean media. Everything is pretty much just okay. Favorite genre of music? J-rock. Someone mentioned it earlier, but a day in the life type video would be super sugoi. Yes, I've been thinking about that as well. That would be fun. I could talk about what I do, what a typical day for me is like. That would be fun. I would like to record. Right now I'm off work. I'm gonna go back to work soon. So I'm gonna be able to work on a video like that. Is Joaquin doing way better since you banished the yokais from his home? Yes, he is. I talked to him a few times. The Japanese took Western culture and ideas during the Meiji era and perfected them. If you want to see good aspects of Western culture, just see what the Japanese did. Yes. Here's the thing. The Japanese do this a lot where they see some really garbage, foul Western thing, and they're able to actually look at that and say, this could be much better. And they improve on it. This happens time and time again. Video games, movies, just writing in general. They do this. And they've just shown that they are, when it comes to creative work, they're just better. Yes, Code Vein is very sugoi. What do I think of Japanese women? Well, very kawaii. And I've said this in the past, but I think it should be obvious what I think of them. Once I move to Japan, that is when I'm gonna start looking for a partner, so that I can start a family. So, yes, I'm waiting until I move to Japan. What do I work as? I have a forklift license and work as a forklift driver, which is about. It's a short walk from where I live. Like Ryo Hazuki, yes, exactly. That's my inspiration for wanting to get a forklift license, actually. And well, it's very useful to have. Yes, Rifu-san, yes. That's what Japan is very good at that. And especially when it comes to... They have a lot of game that covers Norse mythology, and it's better. It's much, much better than anything that has been done in the West about Norse mythology. Everything from writing to character designs, from pretty much everything. Meguma-san, yes, I'm not. You're thinking about Chef Daddy 57. He has not been on the channel for quite a while, and you can call me. You can either call me Sephiroth Sword 57 or Chef-sama. God of War is pretty good. No, it's not. It's garbage. Another Western game that's not good. My favorite anime is Dr. Stone because I get rock hard watching your videos. Okay? Well, Dr. Stone could have been great, but it just ends up being pretty good. Now, how much do I drink? I do drink sometimes. I do drink a few, maybe twice a month, maybe. I usually go for some sake or something similar. Or some whiskey. It's nice. I think I'll call you Mr. 57. I prefer Chef-sama. Or Sephiroth Sword 57. Now, I was gonna talk. Yes. So, videos. Yes, I do drink sake. Now, I have a couple of different ideas for quicker videos to come out that are gonna be, well, they're gonna be very, very interesting, insightful, and it's something to, well, hold you over until the big videos come out, like reviews or essays or similar. The ones that I spend a lot of time on. Do I watch sumo? Yes, I do sometimes. I did it. I did it a lot in the past, but I haven't done it in the last, well, couple of years. Do I take part in sumo? I did for a little while. Hold on. I did for a little while. And it was very fun. Great traditional Japanese martial art, and they're very fun to watch as well. How can you be so disgusting and foul? I told you not to call me that. Oh, John-san, welcome, and arigato. Now, how long have we been going for? Okay, we got some time left. Now, so yes, there's gonna be a bunch of videos coming out, and it's gonna be a lot more. Well, you can expect there to be at least. I want to at least be able to get one video a week out, if I can. But once I start working, that might be a problem. One aspect of sumo that I enjoy is the cultural and spiritual significance of the sport. Unlike Western sports, there is more to it than just winning. Yes, there is. What's your favorite fighting game? Oh, there's a lot of good ones. Third Strike. Oh, there's a lot of good ones. I played a lot of Street Fighter 3 during the Dreamcast era, as you can imagine. Favorite Bangkai in Bleach? Oh, that could be its own video. There could be a tier list video of the best Bangkai. Since that's the case, I'm gonna hold off on answering that question. Yes. I don't know if I'll be able to be consistent with it, since I only get I only have a part-time job. Once this YouTube channel starts making, well, I started making more money from doing YouTube, I might be able to just make more videos, and at one point I'll be able to quit my part-time job to do YouTube full-time again. Can you tell me what the origin of the W slur, please? That is I already made a video about that. So you can go and check that out. Difu-san, I don't really want to talk about West. People have been mentioning too many Western things this stream, and I'm just tired of it. Even if it means for analyzing, I don't really want to think about it right now. Have you considered doing low-effort reaction videos? I have done reaction videos in the past when there's been stuff I care about, and if I were to make a reaction videos, I would like to have something special to it. I don't just want. I see a lot of people doing reaction videos and just saying, "Wow, this looks great. Can't wait. Wow." And then the video ends and they don't add anything. If I'm gonna make a reaction videos, it's gotta be educational. That is how I see it. Shingeki no Kyojin. It was good, but what a terrible ending. The ending is absolutely disgusting, and I don't know what happened. It might have been threatened to end it earlier. Something must have happened. But yes, not very good, unfortunately. Other than that, it's very sugoi for a long time. Until the ending. Good night, Sef-sama. Oh, Oyasumi, Pisto-san. Yes, I have watched Overlord. That is a fun one. What happened in the ending? I can't go over that. That would be a spoiler. But the manga of Shingeki no Kyojin has ended. Sef-sama, will you do more videos on your Black history? I don't have a lot more Black history. I think there's a few more I could talk about. But I am gonna make more videos about my experiences in the past. And especially when it comes to martial arts and fights, I have some stuff to talk about. Do you still look back fondly on Danger Mouse since you still use the 57 in your name? No, it's pretty much just a early kid thing. I just used it because I had to come up with a name that was more than Sephiroth's sword. Back in the day during the forum era, where I used a lot of... Hold on. Hold on, my sorties. I need to check something out really quick. The stream looks fine. How does the stream looks for you, Swordlings? Looks fine on my end. Black history. What does that mean exactly? Oh, yes. Kuroreshi. It pretty much means, well, it's pretty obvious. Just a very regretful and awful period of your life. It can also be used to describe a very embarrassing moment in your life that you don't wanna think about. Sef-sama, will any of your Swordlings be able to join you when you eventually go to Japan? I'm willing to save up some money to travel to Japan if you need some extra muscle for protection. Oh, absolutely. Well, I won't be needing any extra muscle for me personally, but it would be very sugoi. I would very much like it if a lot of you swordlings also could show up. Seth-sama, do you enjoy K-pop? No. I will get into that more later. Stream looks good. Okay. That's great. The streams are always a delight for the eyes whenever you're in it. Well, arigato, Vomi-san. Oh. Seth-sama, how do you identify a Yakuza member? Good question. Usually you can see this because Yakuza members have a very, when it comes to their attitude and when it comes to even the way they walk is very, you can tell very fast. A Yakuza, how they dress, of course. It's very obvious when you see it, but if you don't have a trained eye for it, then maybe it could be hard. I'll take an extra job to travel with you, Seth-sama. I'll save enough money for us to be able to enjoy a reservation at Jiro's restaurant and taste his legendary sushi. Oh, that sounds really sugoi. That would be great. Do you have any pets, Seth-sama? Maybe a cat? No, we used to have a cat when I was younger. My mom and me had a cat. But that was a long time ago. It's about 25 years ago, it would be now, since I had any pets. Tattoos, obviously, but you can't always see them. No, they're very hard to see, unless some of them show up on the chest or the side of their body if they're wearing something that is easy to to see them, but usually they cover it up, so you can't see it. Hello, Sephard Sword-sama. What do you think about Papa Franco? I don't know who that is. Is that a person or is it a channel? How old is Seth-sama? 35. Last March, I turned 35. March 22nd is my birthday. Oh, Filthy Frank, I know about that person. No, I don't... no. He's very foul. The little I've seen from that person has not been very, well, not a good first impression. How did my cat die? Of old age. He was very old. But I was I was not very young, but I was 10 years old when he passed away. Oh, well, arigato rifu-san. Well, I do keep up. I am a very... I use a lot of skincare products, a lot of oils and stuff, because I do like to keep up, well, to keep myself fresh. Hey Seth, would you consider doing fan mail? I could do the closest thing I could do to it is Q&As, where I read questions from Swordlings. But when it comes to mail, I need to open up a P.O. box. And opening up a P.O. box is very expensive, which is why on the Sephiroth Sword 57 Patreon, I have a goal for that. Do your rings give you power? No, they're just because I like how they look. They look cool. They don't do anything. What would I do if I found a Death Note? Well, get rid of Nintendo. First and foremost. Yo, Seth, where you get your drip from? I don't know what that means. That doesn't make sense to me. I noticed the pinky ring makes you look quite distinguished. Yes, this ring. I'm sure some of you swordlings know what it is. Whose ring this is? It's Itachi's ring. Seth-sama, are you relieved that countries in your region are lifting COVID restrictions? Or worried? No problem if you don't feel like answering. Well, I don't really care too much, because I don't plan on going anywhere in my region there's not really any reason for me to go outside of my country unless I'm going to Japan, which is the next place I'm gonna... What is this fly? There's a fly in here. Okay. But yes, once I can go to Japan, of course I need to save up. My goal is to be, once this YouTube channel starts taking off, which could be any day now, and I will be able to do YouTube full time, I will start doing some part-time jobs as well, and I will be saving up money to go to Japan. Where specifically in Japan would you be excited to go to? All of it. Of course. Now, I will be arriving in Tokyo first, but after that I will be planning my route, where to go. So it's gonna be very exciting since I'm gonna be traveling all of Japan. Steph-sama, if WW3 or III starts and China tries to attack Japan, will you join the Japanese Defense Force? I I remember you telling me that you've been trying to perfect your martial art recently. Is that why? No, but if I am in Japan when that happens, I would definitely lend my strength to Japan. Yes, I don't have any chopsticks near me right now. Those are in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. Steph, would you like a stuffed cat sent to you? Well, I can't. That would be very sugoi, but I can't accept any gifts, unfortunately, because I don't have a PO box, which is very unfortunate. It's very expensive where I live because not many people have PO boxes here. But if you swordlings want to help out in reaching the goal of getting a PO box, you can head over to my Patreon, which is in the link in the description. That way you can support my channel, and there will be exclusive content on there soon. That is something I'm gonna talk about more in the future, when it's released. But one of the goals is that I'm gonna open up a PO box, and there's a bunch of different goals on there as well. Seth-sama, are you a feminist like Dr. Eggman? Well, I am a supporter of females, and I protect females when they need to. So, well, I guess so. Thoughts on sumo wrestling? I already talked about that earlier. Noodles or rice? It depends on the meal, but I do really like ramen. Tonkotsu ramen is one of my favorites of all time. I really like gyudon too, but I like ramen a bit more. Chef-sama, if you're a fan of Berserk, how have you personally coped with the loss of its creator? It took me time, as I had a vast personal investment in the series. Well, it is very unfortunate that Miura-san is not with us anymore. So young, so talented, and so many more years to come. I have not read a lot of Berserk, but that's because it's too dark. It's too dark and depressing. I am gonna be talking more about it in the future, so I'm not gonna say too much about Berserk, since I'm saving that for a video, and I don't want to spoil it. But it is unfortunate about Miura-san. A real talent. But yes, I went over all of my topics that I have right now. I'm gonna be going a little bit longer on the stream. But how good do you think is your Japanese? Are you asking how good my Japanese is? Or do you mean how Japanese people think of me? Because when I went to Japan last time, they accepted me immediately. because they saw how much I knew about Japanese culture and how respectful I was, and the way I acted was very much like their own people, and they could relate to me. So they accepted me as one of their own, which is it was expected but still very touching. It was a very good time. Seth-sama, am I a good friend? Some of my friends think I am an asshole because they think I'm a bad friend. Can you set the record straight for good? Yes, you are. Seth, did you believe in 9/11? Did you believe that 9/11 was an inside job? I don't know anything about that. I'm not sure, but I don't really care. Either way. Do you think that the nuclear bombing of Japan caused the creation of anime? And if so, do you think the bombing was justified? Absolutely not. The biggest sin of the West. But Japan, because of how strong they are, were able to get back up, and now they're one of the best countries in the world. The best one. And they've created the best entertainment in all of the world. They take experiences from the past, and that inspires them. In the West, we pretend to that they never happened, and don't talk about it. Which is typical Westerners: insecurity and just being negative as always. Pretend that they've never done anything bad in the past. What do you think about Hideki Matsuyama from Japan winning the Golf Masters? He showed the Westerners how it's played. I have not watched any golf. I've only keep up with and hear about the stuff from Japan and how it goes. Because I want to be updated on my country that I'm gonna move to. Seth-sama, have you seen Sword Art Online? You should watch my... okay. I made a video called... when I ranked the best animes. I already talk about it in great detail, so you should go and watch it. It was released just not that long ago. Arigato, Rifu-san. Arigato for watching the stream. Seth-sama, would you say that hentai or futa is a normal sexual appetite? I don't know what you mean by appetite, but I think it's a very interesting and what's the word? Experimental type of entertainment, and I think it's very interesting. Seth-sama, do the Japanese have the best mythology? Of course. Oh, arigato, Pato-san. Or Pato-san. What are your thoughts on Westerners' technology? It is alright. The problem is the manufacturers themselves. They don't really put a lot of effort into their products, which is why Japanese ones will be just better. in general. My favorite... Will we get a hentai tier list? Maybe, that's a very interesting topic. Taco-chan, welcome. Welcome. Konnichiwa to you too. Anime tier list video was great and left me wanting more anime rankings. Well, arigato. And yes, there will be coming more. Seth-sama, we all know that Western animated shows are disgraceful. That said, what do you think is the best Western show? Twin Peaks. I have a friend named Cameron who looks exactly like you. Really? Interesting. Exactly. Wow. Konnichiwa, Sephiroth. You can call me Seth-sama or Sephiroth Sword 57. Did you read Chainsaw Man manga? I have not read it yet. I was about to read it a while ago, but unfortunately I got a bit busy. But it's something I want to read. I don't know anything about it other than I've heard it's really good. Yes, Twin Peaks is great. And there's a great PlayStation 1 game that is... I have not played it, but it's inspired by Twin Peaks. And you should all go and play. It's called Let's see. I think it is Misurna Falls. Misurna Falls. That's what it's called. Oh, this one. Here you go. It was inspired by Twin Peaks, and Twin Peaks was very popular in Japan. Deadly Premonition. Yes, Deadly Premonition is I played it a little bit, and I have a lot of respect for Swery. He seems like a great guy. Seth, do you it's spelled Seth, S-E-P-H. I do prefer Seth-sama or Sephiroth Sword 57. Do you have a wife or a husband? No, I don't. I am not married. Not yet, at least. Let's see. Oh, there's a few new swordlings here. The stream will be going for a little bit longer. But these streams are around 2 hours long, just so you know for the future. Seth, would you ever be open to dating a man? No. No, I don't really swing that way. But I'm sure there's other people that do. Me personally, I want to find a kawaii wife once I move to Japan. So, how do you do Seth? It's Seth, S-E-P-H. But I'm doing good, Gabe-san. I am doing very good. Seth-sama, would you be open to being a main character of an anime? I already am. Sephiroth Sword 57 Gaiden. That's a live-action anime. But if I was for an anime, absolutely an animated one? Wow. I would love that. I suppose there's a reason he doesn't feel like talking about log gauge. I don't know what that is. What is that? A band? Sephiroth Sword 57 Gaiden Part 2, when? Whenever I have a good enough budget for one. As it is right now, I am not comfortable making that because I want Sephiroth Sword 57 Gaiden to be fantastic. And right now I have to wait. I need more people that can help out and do it. What I mean by that is actors. And there aren't a lot of those around here. Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I recognize that. Hold on. Oh, yes, that's... Oh, Ginkai Densetsu. Yes, that's right. I would travel to Sweden to be in one of your videos, Seth. I just need to save up some money first. That sounds good. Which anime are you currently watching? Right now I'm watching Maid-Dragon, the second season. Will you ever make an OnlyFans? A lot of people have been asking this. Very curious. I'm gonna absolutely think about it. I have some ideas for it, definitely. But I haven't really, well, how do I say it? Decided if I'm gonna do it. But I think I may. I think I might do it. There's so many swordlings asking for it. Oh. Does Shadow the Hedgehog ever join you on stream? No, Shadow is still missing. That's in the Sephiroth Sword 57 show. No, Shadow is not actually... It's not actually a real person playing Shadow. It's just me doing the voice. So it's not a different person or anything like that. But I've been thinking about doing as a little since I didn't do an anniversary video this year, I've been thinking about doing a anniversary stream of some kind. Even though it's been a little less than a month. If he barely recognized the name of the show, then I suppose he didn't. I don't recognize some garbage Western name. Wrong name. Why would I do that? I already told you to you can go and watch it on my video that I made, because it says right there in the comments I made a longer post about how I feel about it. And yes, I watched all of it and read all the novels, by the way. Anyway. Steph, what is your spirit animal? What is a spirit animal? Is it like a stand? Would you be open to do ASMR? I have seen that in the past, but I don't really understand what it is about. Seth-sama teaching Japanese with ASMR would be so good. I don't really know what ASMR means. The subreddit I can link right now, but it's just called Sephiroth Sword 57. Right here. So if you have any Sephiroth Sword 57 fan content, you can post it there. Or if you have any funny memes from Sephiroth Sword 57, you can post it there as well. Oh, but anyway, my swordlings, I have been going on for quite a while. And it is time to end this stream. Now, this has been great. I do really like doing Hangout with the Hanshi. And it is something that I'm gonna be doing once in a while. Now I have been able to do it twice since I came back to YouTube. And I'm not sure if I will be able to do it that often, but I'm aiming to do it once every other week. Around that time. Around the middle of the month, around the 15th, 14th, something like that. And also at the end of the month. But I will do announcements beforehand, but that is what I'm aiming for. Anyway, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go and join the Sephiroth Sword 57 Discord server. Link is in the description. And if you want to support my channel, go and check out the Patreon. That would be very great if you can contribute. You will also gain some exclusive content as well. But that will be it for now. Arigato for watching the stream. And, well, I will see you swordlings in the next video, I guess. Anyway, arigato for watching, and have a good night, evening, morning, or day. Moshi Bosh!